Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So this video, I've got a little bit of a project slash challenge, whatever you want to call it. So I have a jet ski trailer and 2 kayaks, and the goal is, it's a single jet ski trailer, and the goal is to be able to put both kayaks on the jet ski trailer at the same time and haul them efficiently. So you guys will just have to stick around and see if I can manage to make this work. So right here is the trailer itself. And you can see we've already done a little bit of modification to it. And it worked, but it didn't work. So I've got to do a little bit more to this and hopefully get it working. So basically, we can put both these kayaks on here at once, and they sit on here just fine. But the problem is these little runners right here, you can see they have this little adjuster screw right here, and pretty much these will just turn and flip over or whatever. So what we got to do is try to get these tightened down, and we're going to get some 2x6s for some extra support on these. And I have some little adjusters, and I'm going to make some kind of bracket to go in between the 2 kayaks, so I can have like a little adjuster to go on it to tighten them, loosen them, keep them from going anywhere and whatnot. But as for right now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take these kayak racks back off of here and get these boards off. While I'm down here working on the jet ski project, I'll give you guys an update on the golf cart. The golf cart is finished. So we got the handles on, and I think we got the windshield on the last episode. But everything's good to go. We got the brakes adjusted. So the golf cart is ready to be sold, or whatever we're going to do with it. Just got to wash it still. But other than that, the golf cart is done. And as far as an update on the shop, we have a power box over here. So we now have, well, we're ready to have power in here. As you can see, running down to that outlet, runs up across this beam over, and there's an outlet beside all of our lights. So we're ready to get some power in here, but the holdback is, it's been raining a lot this whole week. And we haven't been able to get the power company to come out here. So pretty much these flags right here, you can see them, they go down through here and run on out through there. And there's a power pole right there. And we're going to bring the power off that pole, straight down through here and right up into the building. And hopefully that'll be done next week, but I'm not exactly sure. I think we talked to the power company, and they said they were going to try their best to get to it next week. And also, another thing is, you can probably see right here in the floor, it looks like it's a little damp, and that's because it is. And we figured this out because last night we had this table in here, and there was a puddle of water on the table. And so we're like, well, this is leaking from somewhere. So we checked around the box because there are 2 holes drilled back here on the outside. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's in here, or no, you can see it from down here, I think. Yeah, you can see that whenever that was done, it just got left open. There's no seal or anything around it, no silicone. So basically water could potentially leak in there, but that is not where the water was coming from. So then we got to wondering, well, where else might it be coming from? And it turns out it's coming from up there, about in between that screw and that one. It's coming out right there. So we now have a leak in the shop that we gotta fix, and then we should be good. And don't remember if there's insulation in here last time, but we've got all the insulation, the styrofoam board. And we got to finish putting that up, which is going to take a while. It takes a pretty good while just for all the cutting and measuring. And then we're going to put some tin right here to cover this up. So it'll be looking pretty good. And then we got to put some more all the way across the ceiling. And then we still have to do this door over here. I'm going to put a door right here See the measurement. We'll put that right there. And then obviously our little light switch for the lights whenever we get all those going. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the phone up right here and get working on this trailer. All right, so I gotta see what size this nut is, or this bolt. I can figure out how this little set here works. I think that one right there might work if I can get it. There we go. That is not it. Maybe this one. Still a little bit big. There we go, that's it right there. Well, I mean, that still moves. I might can get us a little bit smaller on there. No, I believe this one right here is gonna have to work. Nope, I just dumped half of those out. Oh well, I'm gonna go get my little stool here. It's gonna work more comfortably. All right. This thing is rusty, very rusty. Which, I mean, that makes sense because you are backing into the water. The trailer itself isn't going to rust because it's aluminum, but all of the other metal bolts on it, they're going to rust. Yeah, this here bolt is in rough shape. So there's that off. And I don't know if that's the only one. No, there's one on the other side too. Alright, there we go. I guess it would have probably been a smart idea to take these off first. Yeah, that would have been a smarter idea. But I can still get those off. I don't remember what size. Right there's the size. And these things right here, these little 3/8 bolts, I was putting one over here on this other side and snapped it right off. So they're not very strong bolts. I'm hoping I can get these off no problem and not have to go through some trouble like we did trying to get them on, because they did give a little bit of trouble. Alright, well, you guys get the point of what I'm doing here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all of these taken off here. Alright, so after lots and lots and more lots of wrenching on this thing, I finally got it loose. Because the problem is, all these bolts have lock washers on them, so you have to loosen it the whole length. There we go. Alright. And then grab this one off. Hopefully it doesn't have anything. It doesn't. Alright. So now I just have to try to get those kayak racks off of that board. There we go. Yeah, these are some very weak bolts. You can see how that one's bent. All of them actually have bent. Alright. There we go. Those are off. Trailer is stripped down to pretty much nothing. And that's probably about as far as I'm going to get for this evening. And I've got to go get some other parts and stuff. And then I should be ready. And I'm quite wore out. You guys might not think that was much work, which I mean, it really wasn't. But it is extremely hot out here. And with the garage still not having any insulation in it, this is just like a big oven. So it is really hot in here. And I'm screwing those screws, man. I tell you, that took a long time because there was 16 of them. It took at least probably 2 or 3 minutes, or at least probably 2 or 3 minutes a piece. And yeah. But anyway, that's gonna be it for right now. And I'll catch up to you guys whenever I'm working on the trailer again. All right, guys. So it is the next day, and I'm still working on the trailer. But the reason why it's taking so long is I actually changed our idea of what we were going to do. So you guys seen how before we had the 2 runners going long ways like this. And so we actually went and bought 2x8s for better support, and we're going to put them crossways and just put the 2 kayak racks on each side. So hopefully that should be a whole lot stronger. And we got some U-bolts to go right across these. So hopefully that'll do the trick. Alright, so now that we got this cut, we're going to put these U-bolts in here and sink them down till they're flush. So now those are nice and smooth and ready to put the carpet over. All right, guys, so I'm getting ready to tack this little bracket right here onto this turnbuckle so we can adjust the kayaks and keep them tight or loosen them however we want to do it. And that'll do it. It just needs a little tack wheel and it ain't gonna go nowhere. All right, guys, so we got all the modification fabrication done here. So as you can see, these 2x8s we use here, we bolted them down with a little spacer onto there. We covered those with carpet, and that was a little adjuster I was talking about right there, so you can tighten that or loosen it. And it is pretty stiff. It is not going anywhere. It moves, but the whole trailer moves along with it. So that should be good to go. It was definitely more work than what we thought it was going to be, but I think it turned out pretty nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching us work on this little project. Alright guys, so I forgot to mention in the video, but the kayaks are actually my aunt and uncle's kayaks. They are not mine, so you won't be seeing me use them. And hopefully you enjoyed watching it all. It was quite a little process, but it ended up being a pretty fun project anyway. Got to try out some new things. And it was actually my uncle's idea to put the kayak racks on the trailer, and then we kind of came up with how we were going to get them on the trailer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys, and also in the garage, we got lights.